We are live, ladies and germs. Let's share the screen so we can get the chat bot up there. Oh, wrong one. Okay, somehow that, I don't know how that's got the wrong. Now I can change that. Mr. John, how you doing there, Mr. Number One Canuck? Your ears must have been burning or something. How the heck did you find me? Newfound drone. Been watching a couple of your videos there as well. Shoveling the snow. Man, that was a lot of snow. Holy smokes, man. Don't you have good weather there yet? Holy. There we go. My goodness. I am live, but can you hear me? Yeah, you hate the snow, yet I'm thinking you're living in part of Canada that gets the most snow, not? All across, well, I don't know, the prairie sometimes gets a lot of snow also, but I thought the eastern part of Canada always gets the most snow. I'm shirtless again today, guys, sorry. I don't mean to be, but yeah. Well, at least you have a, what do you call that, snow blower, instead of by the old-fashioned way, by shovel. And when you gotta do a driveway and everything at the same time, my goodness. But apparently, Alberta, anyway, my friends from back home, they're saying the spring is coming early. It's like nice and warm there. You guys should be hitting your. Stop bragging. No, you see, that's the thing. I know I'm where it's warm. I know that, but I kept asking my friends, like in Quebec. There's Dave, Ghetto Van Adventure. Still 6 feet of snow. Holy smokes, man. Dave from Quebec, I said, gee, have you got nice weather there yet? And he says, shut up. You know, like, it's not that I'm rubbing it in. I just was curious. But I did put out a video just yesterday, day before, where the flowers and I never really thought about it, but the bees were, flying around the flowers. And, you don't think of it that it's winter time, but back home, there are no bees right now. They're all asleep or hibernating or dead or what. I have 45 feet, 45 feet? No way, 45 feet like high? You get that much snow where you are? Guy, muttness. You must be pulling my leg. I can feel you tugging. What kind of new toys have you got now? Cars and boats and planes and trucks and whatever have you. I just can't keep up. I don't have enough money. Ship me some money and I'll keep up with you. $45 to 80 feet high. The only way to get that on the prairies is what do you call it? Not a blizzard. when it blows, drifts, snow drifts. When it blows, then you get pretty high snow. So the today's topic is, what's on your mind? You'll do a video for me. That's because you think I don't believe you, eh? Okay. And don't manipulate, don't Photoshop it. Just send it the way it is. I just remember, not this year, last year, not even last year, a couple of years ago when they're back east, where he opens up the door of his front to his front of his house, and the snow is above the roof line. You have to dig your way out. 165 is the record. Wow. My snow on my mind. Yeah, make a video. I want to see that. That's incredible. I've got to be able to change that chat window. I don't like that thing on the bottom there. How can I change that? What is that? Unlock. Go there. Let's grab this. Put that up there, but then the whole thing is really small. Unfortunately. There, I think that'll do. Let me just see here. Don't say bullshit, eh? I ship my pants. Ship. S-H-I-P. I ship my pants, that's for sure. Okay, how can I make that bigger? I'm still playing with the screen. I don't like the way it looks. Let's see if I can fix this. Scroll up, scroll up, scroll up, scroll up, and then pull this way down. Now I'll bring this back down again. Let's see what we got. I like, oh, shice. Can I say shice? And crop this up. Let's try that. Oh, crop the top off. It just makes the whole thing smaller. I don't like that. But I guess it is what it is. Transition that over. There we go. Okay, that's what we're going to have for now. So the topic, what was the topic again? What's on your mind today? So I guess in Alberta, they said, the groundhog said it was going to be an early spring. And in Quebec, they said the groundhog died. He just up and died. Maybe the weather's going to be horrible. EV, okay, how do you pronounce that thing in the top right corner? EV Mux or EV Mux? That's the software I'm using instead of StreamYard. StreamYard has that stupid duck in the top corner, and this has that stupid, unless you pay for it, of course, but the only difference between the paid version and the free version is to get rid of that logo in the top corner. All the other benefits you get are like unlimited streaming in the month instead of 30 hours. in a month. Well, I don't stream 30 hours in a month anyway, so I don't need that. You get more hard drive space, but that's only if you're recording your video. I don't record. So the 300 Canadian dollars it costs a year for this software isn't worth the money. They give you so much to work with, the free version, that there's no sense in buying it. Just to get rid of that logo in the top corner. I don't care if it's there. So, but I like this EV Mux, however you say it. You can, it's just like OBS Studio. You can do multiples of things, templates and what do they got? You can have text, animated captions, media files, slideshows, remote guests, of course, speakers, different than a guest. A speaker is different than a guest. There's the same type of thing there. Share my screen and media share. So there, and you can build like layers on the left-hand side of what I can see, my view. I can work on things so you guys can't see it until I transition it over, and then you can see it. So that's nice. It's handy. I can build something on the left-hand side, and when I'm ready, I can transition it over onto the right-hand side, and then it's live. Send me a messenger message on Facebook so I can send you how much snow is here. I don't know if I have you on messengers. Let me have a look at my phone here. Hang on. Hang tough. Messenger. Let's see, here we go. Now, I'm looking for Jay. Oh, yes, here we go. Here you are. There, I just sent you a message. I should be on your list also. We've been chatting back and forth. I even sent you a happy birthday just a little while ago, January the 10th. A month already. Wow. There, did you hear the ding? Yeah, that's pretty high. Holy, I think you got the Newfoundland drone beat. You got them beat. I always thought Newfoundland always had the highest snow there is. Newfound drones. And you know, I gotta look up the name always. So bear with me for a moment. Where do I have names? Like, wow, that is a lot of snow, man. A lot of snow, man? Haha. Oh, that's your friend. Okay. Did I rip out all the names that had people's names? Why would I do that? For crying in the sink already. Wait a minute, here we go. A lot of people on here I haven't seen in a Newfound Drones. Bill, right. Now that I've read it, right, I'm correct. Bill. Bill comes in here enough times I should remember by now. Although I'm not good with names in the first place. Face, like most people, I guess I'll never forget a face. It's just, you outlaw, you Wayne. Show everybody. Yeah, Nomadic Outlaw. You know how to become a Nomadic Outlaw, right? Subscribe. You're automatically a Nomadic Outlaw. I have t-shirts on my Teespring merchandise page. I never push it because it's old. Sharon is in the house. Look at this. Sharon, you're putting all them nice, beautiful pictures up on Discord. You should be sending them here also, so I can put them up for you. Yeah, you are an outlaw there, John. You're one heck of an outlaw, let me tell you. Unfortunately, I can't send you a shirt. It's on my merchandise page, Teespring. It might be a link in the description below there, and then you can go have a look at all my t-shirts. One of them says, #1 Nomadic Outlaw, or #1 Nomad Outlaw. And then the other one say Nomadic Vanman. Yeah, Pete's having an in-law. Yeah, that's for sure. It's like you can pick your friends, but you can't pick your family. Sometimes you wish you could, but unfortunately. Just stepping in on coffee break, are you, Sharon? Did you comment on the last video? Man, that snow is pretty high there, John. It's like up to the roof. How do you dig your way out of that? Holy smokes, look at that truck in there. It's twice as high as the vehicle. Man, oh man. It's all just frozen water. Holy. And this is where? Ontario? My goodness. Oh yeah, the broken key extraction thing. Remove broken key from the thing. Yeah, I got that part. Wonder why the pictures don't show up. That's your Mexican Wi-Fi for you. Wow, I sent some pretty long messages there. Holy. Yeah. Oh, Danny Staten, look at this. Danny Staten, the good stuff is in the house. Well, thanks for showing your support though, Dan. I do that too. I was over in yours, had a look at a few of them. I don't know how you come up with some of those videos, movies I've never seen before. Incredible. Did you and Michael figure out the issue with streaming the video premiere? No, he hasn't got back to me. So I think he's busy. Like today he sent me a message, he's saying, just sending you some love for today. And he knows that when we do go live, it's much easier than what he thought it was going to be, but he has to find the time. So he hasn't got a hold of me yet though. Let's see if I've got Haley Dan in here. Did I program him in? We'll see if Stream Elements comes out. Yes, there we go. Yes, you're programmed in, Dan. There's Dan's link. Daily Dan, the good stuff. That's a link to his channel. And do I have John's in there? JDS, I think if I type in JDS. Did I spell that right? How can you misspell that? Yes, you are in there. What's the content of Dan's channel? I'll subscribe to good stuff. I don't know. Right off the top of my head, Dan's got 3 or 4 channels, so I can't remember what's what. One of them is like Sasquatch, the howling, what do you call it? Horror type movies, things of that nature. And there's other ones, like he's a collector of comic books and things, and shows that every once in a while when he comes up with a good. Mr. John Chalker is in the house. I wish I was a Batman. Nomadic Batman. That's what I should have picked as a name, Nomadic Batman. From Connecticut. You still got some snow there in Connecticut, or is it all gone now? It sounds like we had an early start to winter and an early spring coming up, which is nice. Well, in Alberta anyway. So they say the weather's nice there. I got my door, the front door has got a crack in it on the bottom. And in Canada, there's no possible way you'd have that crack like that underneath there. That would be blocked off with whatever means. But here it doesn't matter so much. But it's such a high amount that not a iguana, but those little gecko things, those little tiny geckos, they come inside here. They don't go on the walls because I'm usually, it could be when I'm sleeping or when I'm gone during the day, but every once in a while I see one and he'll run in here and, I don't know, over into the corner there. If I holler at him, he runs out. But they're small enough to come right in. I don't think they bite anyway. I don't like things that go for your throat. So today's topic, again, is what's on your mind? Are you guys all nomadic outlaws? Do you know how to become a nomadic outlaw? Just type in the comments if you know what a nomadic outlaw is and how to become one. I'm just testing you. We're testing. 1, 2, 3. It's so surprising how people try to gyp you and Jew you and scam you in Mexico. It's amazing. Like when you talk to someone and you think he's your friend, and you think he's doing good for you, and then a little later on you find out, he just took you for 120 pesos, which is like $7 or something. It's not much, but, and he's got the straightest face ever, like, hey, I helped you out. So it's amazing. And they do that to tourists, and tourists are the ones that pay. That's where most of the money in Mexico comes from, tourists, and they scam them. Very surprising. I mean, I know there's scams everywhere, even in Canada. I'm sort of nomadic now. Just don't have a rig. Is that your plan? Do you plan on doing that? you're living in a house right now. Now, there are benefits to living in a vehicle, and there are some, you have to like it for one thing, otherwise it's kind of useless to try it. Unless you got enough money, you can try it and see, but if you have to get a vehicle, like my vehicle was already built that way, I didn't have to build it. So it comes from the, manufactured that way. Florida lives off tourists. No state tax. Oh, cool. Yeah, there is probably a tax here in Mexico too, in Cancun, although when you buy something, I think that the price of whatever it is just included, the tax is included, I think, I don't know. It's anything you buy, when you see the Mexican dollars, how much it is, that's what it is. There is no added price to it. Whereas, Alberta, you buy something and then you have to pay 5% tax yet. And each province is a little different. Saskatchewan, which is the next province over, has 5% plus 7%. 7% provincial tax, 5% federal tax. And in Canada, or in Alberta, it's just federal tax. They don't have a provincial tax. Like Yellowstone or any other of those, you pay $1,000 for YouTubers. Take tacos or anybody else on social. What? U.S. to pay $1,000 for YouTubers take. Holy smokes, man! They want us to get a permit for all. They want you to get a permit for YouTubers and TikTokers, and all of those are special social media bloggers to pay $1,000 for a permit. Well, how do they know you're a YouTuber or a TikToker or whatever? I mean, if they ask you, you just say no. I don't understand how that works, but holy smoke, that's highway robbery. That's park robbery. Don't you have to pay money to get into a federal park anyway? Unbelievable, man. And $1,000 US is something like, I don't know, 2,000 Canadian. Your money is so much higher than ours, like 75 cents. Our money is worth 75 cents of a dollar, or maybe even less than that. For every Canadian dollar, you can take a quarter off. And then when you start getting up in money, like thousands of dollars, that one quarter is a lot of money. Unbelievable. I was at a few live streams today. One I haven't been to in probably more than a year. A Canadian one way back in Quebec province. Canadian Drone Hub. That's what it was called. When I was first there, I went and visited them guys when I was going across Canada. They were called something else at that time. And then they changed their name to Canadian Drone Hub. But they talk about anything. It doesn't have to be just drones. So I did my maiden flight with my Mini 3 Pro. Beautiful little drone. I just have to figure something out about the video. It recorded video, no problem, but it said that the files were corrupted. I had to manipulate the files in order to get them to work, which you shouldn't have to do. So on Sunday, I was hoping Michael would be ready for Sunday, but he hasn't got a hold of me, so I would think not this Sunday. I don't know if he wants to do it on Sunday anyway. I've never got a hold of him since the last time when we kind of wanted to get it to go, but then he had to fix his computer or something. Computer gets bogged down. It's nothing wrong with it. It just gets full of stuff. You gotta move things, and that takes a long time. And when you're working and stuff, it's hard to get that all done. What was the meal of the day today? I didn't quite catch it. The topic of today is what's on your mind? Oh, and there's a way that you can, yeah, you see, the thumbnail. Why is the thumbnail the way it is? That's not good. Where does that come from? Why is it that way? I don't like that thumbnail yet. Oh, maybe in the settings. Duh, I'm gonna have to do this. But for right now, I'm gonna go and change it so that this one pops up with a different thumbnail. Let's see, how about this one? Yeah, let's leave it there. Okay, cool, as they say. Not a lot on my mind. No? Not a lot on your mind today? I just remember in Discord you do the most of the talking. Figured you must have something to say. Holy, what's going on? Did you go to the pool or something today? Yeah, there's quite the delay from YouTube chat window to this chat window. It's like seconds of delay. Today's dinner of the day was 3 slices of homemade pizza with a green salad and with a ranch and honey mustard dressing with croutons. Oh, very cool indeed. Sounds more than delicious. I don't know how you can find those emoji things so fast. Very nice indeed. Homemade pizza, huh? Here they have tacos, right, with tortillas. Well, when you go to the store, the local store around the corner here, I said, have you got any tortillas? And he says, no, we just ran out. And I look around a couple of shelves, and there's a whole bunch of tortillas there. But he says, oh, you want those? Those are the wheat ones. They don't make tortillas out of wheat. They make them out of corn. I didn't really realize that. So those are the ones you want, the corn tortillas. And then you make your own. And the wheat tortillas are actually pretty big around, much bigger than the traditional tortillas that they have here, which are quite a bit smaller. And I like the bigger ones because I seem to, pile stuff on there a little better. You can get more on. Chuck roast, taters, carrots, and gravy. Ooh. What did I have? I had spaghetti with chicken. Spaghetti with chicken. There's a place just down the street here. Every day they got this over the coals, the barbecue coals. They do chickens, and they got about, I don't know, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, maybe 20 chickens going at one time every day. And then you can buy a quarter chicken, a half chicken, or a whole chicken. And a couple days ago, I got a uno pollo. That's one chicken, one whole chicken. And the chicken costs 150 pesos, which is about $8 American. Maybe a little bit less than that. Yeah, it would be a little bit less. It's 8.50 Canadian for a whole chicken. And then you get you also get with that some rice with, I think the rice has something in it, like onions or something in it. And then you get some really hot sauce and black beans in a gravy, and you get that with it too. So it's not just your chicken, and it's cooked whole, like in one complete chicken. But when you ask for a chicken, like a whole chicken, he'll chop it up into pieces for you right at the place there, and then they chop it into like quarters or smaller, and then they bag that all up. It's funny, it's weird, like everything is in plastic bags, even if you, not from the OXXO stores, but let's say the street vendors, they're selling drinks, like a cola type drink or an orange juice type drink. And if you want an orange juice drink, you get it in a plastic bag. Like, I guess they just cut off the tip of it and drink it that way, or take it home and put it in a cup and drink it. But I was surprised when they hand you a plastic bag with orange juice, liquid in plastic bags. And that's the way the chicken comes. The hot sauce stuff is in a tiny little plastic bag. The rice is in the plastic bags, and the beans, the black beans and the gravy is in a plastic bag, and the chicken is in a plastic bag, but it has like a styrofoam plate, square plate that it's on, and then into a bigger bag which you can carry, or you can eat it right there. But usually a whole chicken, that lasts me like three meals at least. I made chicken sandwiches out at once, and just eat chicken wings and drums together, eat those. And today I made the last of the chicken, the spaghetti. Chuck roast, that sounds good though. Chuck roast, taters, carrots, gravy. Now that's a good, well-balanced meal. Absolutely. I'm going to try not to be on for a whole full session today. We'll just checking out to make sure that things are working good again. The other day, yesterday or the day before, somebody was saying you have no audio, and then I realized I had my microphone plugged in, and it sounded like I was far away. And then I just, my microphone is plugged in, or my headset is plugged in, which uses that as the microphone, so that I just unplugged it, and I didn't realize the whole sound went off then. And I was talking away, and Nate, he comes in and he says, "We can't hear you." He tells me, "We can't hear you." So then I'm trying to figure out, how can the microphone levels are bouncing up and down? Means it's kind of working, but why isn't my voice going over the live stream? And then so I put the headphones back on and used it instead. And today I just, without the headset in, It works. Topic of the day is what's on your mind? I keep saying that, I don't know why. Okay, this is dynamic scenes. These are pro scenes. I like that pro scene. The way you can manipulate your screen for you. It's handy dandy. I got another video on the way coming out. What is it? I was just working on it too. Oh, the Vancouver from last year. I did the Vancouver nighttime scene. This is the exact same flight, but in the daytime. So it's Vancouver downtown daytime. I thought I'd throw that back on again. I liked it, so that's what's coming up next. And that's even locals. What they call Vancouver is like the whole place, the whole place. Like Vancouver City, then they have Burnaby City, and those two cities are one. There's one street, Division Avenue. Like on one side of the street it's Vancouver City, on the other side of the street it's Burnaby City. But everybody just calls everything like Vancouver, unless like you're sitting in Burnaby and you're in your vans or whatever, talking and whatever. Then you say, somebody says, "Where are you?" and we're in Burnaby. But when I'm talking about Vancouver, sometimes it's just like the whole thing, because there is a whole bunch, Vancouver, Burnaby, North Van, West Van, Surrey, Delta. It's just like all together. And I think it was last night or night before last, Gina was on with her cats. I didn't know. I knew she had 5 cats, and one just passed away a little while ago. I don't know how long now, but it's hard to lose a family member, more or less. Now she's still got 4 though, like living in a like a bread truck van, bigger than mine, but still like. And she has a little playpen thing that she puts outside, and they go in there and they can run around and play outside. Not running free; they're inside a mesh, so they can see out. They just can't run away. They probably wouldn't run away. They might wander off a little bit, but they know where home is. I feel like I'm, what the heck's his name? The camera is up on top, and I can't, if I'm looking at the camera, well, then I'm not watching what's on the screen. And if I'm watching what's on the screen, it looks like my eyes are down instead of up. It's pretty hard. They should have a camera somehow in the middle of your screen, so that you can't really see it when you're looking at your screen, but it's like behind the. Then when you're looking at your screen, your eyes are pointing right at it there. Yeah, she had, what did she have on last night or the other night there? I follow them too. I follow Gina, and I also follow, she had guest on. Oh boy, they're not gonna like me when I don't remember their name. But they had a guest I've been following for years already, before they had their boy, and their little boy is getting up in age already, and I've been following them before he was born. So that I've been with Gina for that long too, since way back in the Vancouver days with Marshmallow. Mellow Nomadic Adventure, Marshall. he must be busy doing stuff right now too, other things, because he hasn't put out videos and shorts and live streams too much anymore, when he used to do that all the time. So he's pretty busy with his doing stuff with the movie kind of industry. I think he helps build sets and things when he can get the work. And it's funny, like when you're in Vancouver, they have they make movies there in Vancouver. Every once in a while, you'll come across where they're making a movie. And I've been an extra a couple times, a non-paid extra. You know, you're just walking through or driving through, and you just happen to be on the. So whatever the movie was, I don't get a chance to go see what it was, or the series, so I can't find myself. And they'll just sometimes ask you outright whether you want to be on. Like a friend of mine there, she was just walking down the street with her friends, and the guy that does the A&W commercials, everybody kind of knows that guy, that he's in he's the spokesman or whatever, I don't know what he is really, but he's in all the A&W commercials. Well, he came up and asked if they want to be in their next commercial. And the commercial was about the Gouda cheese. He would ask them, he grabbed 4 people and he said, "It's not bada, it's Gouda." And that was the whole sentence out of the whole. And they didn't say anything, they just were eating their hamburger. And she was picked to be standing there eating her burger. And they were on screen for 4 seconds, and they were paid $1,000. So $1,000 for 4 seconds of video. Amazing. Oh, I can't be tired. What am I doing yawning? So that chat box on the side of the screen there has come in handy a couple of times now, I see. Especially when my audio wasn't working. You could at least still read. Oh, and then there's that stupid thing with the Facebook. For some reason, I can stream to Facebook, no problem. They can hear me, they can do everything, they can probably comment. Although Rob on the road kind of proved, he went to Facebook and made a comment and says, "This is me from Facebook." So I can read the comments, but when I go to answer back, I get an error on my end saying you can't comment to this channel right now. So I've been trying to figure out how to fix that, and I can't figure it out, so. But that's why the comment is on the side of the screen. I can comment to YouTube at least, and they can still see that though, then. Which is handy. And on my end of the screen here, I can see, oh, you guys can't see that. It shows a little YouTube symbol there with me. I'm only streaming to YouTube right now, so, but it shows the YouTube symbol, which means everybody's commenting on YouTube. And if I was streaming to Facebook, then the little Facebook icon would be there, so I know who's commenting from where. But I can see you guys can't see that, I don't think. Let me go to YouTube and find out. No, you can't see that. Oh, interesting. So I gotta write that down. Gotta go to settings and change my settings to change default live stream thumbnail. Thumbnail. Change the live stream thumbnail. Otherwise, everything seems to be working okay. Except when I shake the table, then the video, the camera vibrates. And I can put banners up too, but the banners aren't, I haven't put anything in there, haven't filled them out. This is to demonstrate what's on a ticker. So when I put that on, the ticker tape goes across and says this will demonstrate you what ticker is. So it's going across the bottom of the screen. And then the other banner is just a solid banner. This will demonstrate you what a banner is. Okay, and that just goes across the bottom, simple banner. And I can change all the text and the font and the colors and all that stuff too. So that's a banner. I suppose I can put that almost anywhere I want to on the screen. Let's see, edit. I can change the wording. I can turn it into a ticker. Oh, maybe I can't tell it where I want to put it, but oh well. You think Michael's listening to me at work? Well, if he is, hello Michael, my brother. Hello Sharon, my sister. Yeah, I think it was today. Today, Michael got a hold of me on the messenger. Not really chatting, we just said hi to each other. And so that was good. Yeah, and sometime we'll have to get together and do that live thing and get that set up. That's still always on the back burner. That can be there. That's all right. Brandon's listening too. Yay. Thanks, Brandon. Are you communicating through Discord? I figured out how to make myself invisible on Discord. But I guess I don't go on Discord enough to find any reason why I would want to make myself invisible. Like, if you don't want to be bothered by people, I suppose you make yourself invisible. But I'm thinking, like, for myself, becoming invisible is useless. Why would I want to go on Discord and be invisible when that's what I'm there for, is to say hi to people or whatever. So for me, yet, it's still... But I just turned it invisible just to see. It works. It's easy to do too, very, very simple. You just click on your name at the bottom and go to your preference things there. And oh, you texted him. Oh, okay. They're still at work, and it's like the same time there, so it's 8:30 at night. Probably listening on their phone. Wow, it's been a long day already. Guy Mudness. That's Guy Mudness. My mare must be a Hess, said the Bullafrush man. Yeah, there was those stories. I used to know, I know three stories. That was the P. Little Frigs and Rindersella, and another one is Beeping Slooty. Those are the three. I just haven't made a video with the Beeping Slooty one. But those were the three. Those, I forget, Tennessee Ernie Ford was the guy that was famous for those. And I saw them on a TV show called Hee Haw, if you remember Hee Haw. That's where I originally saw those. And then I liked them so much I sat down and I studied how the story goes. And now if I can't tell that story in plain forward and correct English, I find it hard. I have to say it like the backwards words. Although I found out sometimes I leave a section out, I leave something out, like a sentence or two. So I'm either starting to forget some parts, or because after I've said a few sentences, then I forgot to say that, and you can't go back and say that. So there's this one dog here that is like, he doesn't bark, he howls like at the moon, and that's what he's doing right now. And every night at the same time, he'll do this howling, and sometimes another dog will bark, a couple other dogs will bark. But when people walk by down the street, then they all get going. As they're walking down the street, this bunch will bark, and then you go a little farther, and that bunch will bark, and then you go down, and there's dogs all the way down the street. They'll all get going. I'm gonna try one day to mount my camera somewhere, so I'm not holding it, and go out there and go, yay, and get them all going. Like it was me that turned them on. It was just an idea of a video that I had to. I have a small tripod, I guess I could put that. It's got like a gorilla type grips on the things. I could hook it onto a fence somewhere, my fence. Well, I have to go near where the dogs are, so that they see me. When they see you, they really start barking, and their tails are all going. So I don't know if they got loose, whether they would bite you or not. I don't know if a mean dog, if his tail is wagging in the first place. Just don't stick your fingers out there. Those are like 5 hot dogs coming at you, you know. So I wouldn't want to chance it just to see, but because you walk up to the gate that they're behind, and they look friendly, but yet they kind of growl, but the tail's still going. So I don't know if that's an indication or what. I'm gonna watch the dog whisperer guy, Caesar Malone, or ask a question. If a dog's tail is wagging, what does that mean? Is he friendly, or is he gonna bite you? Like he's walked up to some dogs that are pretty vicious, and most of the time he doesn't get bitten by those ones either. ESP. I didn't see that. So I scrolled back a bit and I see that ESP there. Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do on this Sunday's live, whether it's just going to be like a regular live stream, just talk about what's on your mind, or do a slideshow again. I still got a bunch of photos. I could do a slideshow on Sunday. It all depends on the amount of people coming in. When I was more popular, when I had a lot of people popping in, we would play that 6-lettered word games. Those were fun. I gave away prizes, like paracord bracelets and things. I would put up a word on the screen that's the 6-lettered word. The letters were jumbled up, and you'd have to figure out what the word is. The first person that typed the actual word in would get a point. And then there was like 30 words. And then at the end, we count up who got the most, and the one that was the winner would win something. Yeah, I don't, Michael hasn't got a hold of me yet. Tomorrow's Saturday, so he probably, I don't know how he comes online. I don't usually go and use my phone or a tablet, so that must be pretty cumbersome to use. I would know how to do it on a computer, but when you're a guest on a live stream, you're watching the live stream in a different way. You're not watching it like from a YouTube point of view. So if you wanted to, because what you see when you're, I don't know, I've never been a guest on this, so I don't know what it looks like. But I'm thinking, if he can't see the screen with the text on the side there like that, and the orange leaves in the background, and my camera there, and the NV logo at the top there, the Nomadic Vanman logo, he can't see that as a guest. I'm thinking he can only see it, my camera and his camera side by side. That's all he sees. And you don't really have to see anything else. But he wanted to see what people were chatting about, what they were typing in. And at that time, I told him, well, he has to go on YouTube. So then he tried to get the computer out to go on YouTube and watch that. So you have to have one, like your phone or your tablet, as the guest, and then another way to watch the YouTube. Well, now we find out you don't need to do that. You can see the chat by just pushing the chat button, and then you can see what people are chatting about. You don't really have to see yourself. I mean, you just know that you're on that other people can see you. So there's a time delay though with the game. I can send you a few pictures if you are doing. Yeah, you can send pictures anyway. I can keep them and set them in a folder for some time. I don't know how the lag works. When I go to YouTube right now and look at it, I'm a few seconds behind even myself. So I don't know how, and yet when I'm looking at the live stream from EV Muck's point of view, or EV Mukes, you guys are commenting instantaneously. So, but everybody watching on YouTube has, if it's a lag, you all have the same lag. So some computers are faster than others, and sometimes you get a lag more than that way. But if you click on the little gear icon at the bottom, you can set your speed. You can set it to faster or slower, and yeah, some people would complain. They would say, well, somebody's answering the question already before I even get a chance to see it. But that's just YouTube. That's got nothing to do with the live stream itself. That's just the way YouTube works. And when you stream, that's unfortunate. You're farther south from me. I think I'm still quite a ways from the equator, which is down by the Panama Canal, way down there. But I noticed here the days are getting longer, so there must be a shift in daylight hours here too. And I was thinking, the closer you get to the equator, it gets less and less of that. When you're right on the equator, you don't get any time shift or daylight shift. It's just all the same all year long. And the farther north you go, you get a real shift in daylight hours, even in Medicine Hat. In the wintertime, it gets dark by like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. In the summertime, it gets dark by 10 o'clock at night. So that's 6 hours shift of daylight. Like, holy. And those guys are further north than you yet. Okay. Yeah, I'm the more south of anybody. I don't know. I think Florida is, like Mexico is more south than even the tip of Florida. I think. I don't know. I have to look on a map. Because Cuba is just, close by. It's even more south yet. Yeah, you can notice when the days are getting longer, hey, spring is in the air, summer's on its way. Like, my favorite times of year is all of them except for winter. I don't like the winter because of the cold. Winter is nice in some ways. Nice snow on the trees and in the, it's nice in its own way, but I just don't like the cold. My back's feeling pretty good, actually, Sharon. My ribs don't hurt so much anymore. I don't hardly feel anything. I think mostly if like when you're sleeping at night and then you get up in the morning, that's because you're horizontal all night long. And just getting out of bed, once I'm out of bed for half an hour or what have you, then I'm feeling good for the rest of the day. Feels real good. And I go out for walks and things. I don't know if you can hear them. All the dogs are going. Somebody must be walking down the road. Right from the little Chihuahua up at the corner there to big pit bulls up here, and just your regular, I don't know what, a mutt, big dogs, but all from the little guy, the little Chihuahua down there. He's probably the head of the whole group there. Yeah, my back feels pretty good, actually. It's been, I don't know, 2 weeks or more since that happened. I'm surprised how I'm lucky that it's healing that fast. I just kind of thank God almost every day about how that happened, and thank the Lord that it wasn't any more serious than it really was, because I could have been paralyzed. Just a simple break of the back like that. Just thinking about it makes me cringe all the time. Like it could have been. And I heard it break when I fell. That's the hard part, thinking about that. And it sure hurt that first day. The first day and the second day were just horrendous. My goodness, I could hardly move. It felt like somebody was pulling a big hook inside my back. Wow. But feeling much better now. That's good. And I have to go, I don't have to, but I'm going to go for another MRI in 3 more weeks or so, end of the month, and to see how things are coming along, that they should be healed up by then, and the bones should have reconnected themselves, I guess. Is that how that works? When you break a bone, and I mean, even if there's kind of a gap between the parts, does it know enough to fill in, or does it just stay broken, or like, when you break your arm, they set it and the bones are back together, and they heal themselves. Like, here's a bit of trivia for you, I bet you didn't know. All the bones in your body are not more than 10 years old. Your body replenishes all the bones in your body. Like, the oldest bone in your whole body is 10 years old. And they're not older than that. They replenish themselves. But it takes like 10 years. But not all at one time. Like, this part, that part, slowly parts. And even like your arm bone might be this, this much, and then this much, and this much, and this much. But it's totally, they totally replenish themselves. That was one fact that, if you were, those people that have the crippled up fingers and stuff, and now if they were to put their hands in a cast for 10 years, they could have perfect fingers, because then their hands, their whole bones would be redone. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that. That's interesting. I have to look that up again. I don't know where I got that from, but I read that somewhere or saw that somewhere. And obviously, that's where your blood is produced, is in the marrow of your bones. That's where the blood comes from. I guess that's why when you have some sort of a bone cancer, that's not good. Bone marrow cancer. It's too bad I can't see full screen. Oh wait, there is a button here. I think that says full screen mode. Let's see what happens. Oh, well, it's still not full screen, but it's much bigger. That's nice, that's handy. So what did I miss? Let's go back. Exit full screen. Oh, it takes the whole top away, the internet top. Okay, well, that's cool. This, I can live with this. This is nice. I have a laptop that I'm using, and the screen that you see is as big as whatever you're watching it on, your phone or your tablet or your computer or your TV or however you're watching it. But mine is only covering less than a quarter of my laptop screen, so you can kind of visualize how big it is. It's not that big at all. That's all I get to see. The rest of the screen is comments on the side there, and how I can build a screen of transitions and things on the left hand side, and then across the bottom is when I would have guests on, that's where they would go, down in the bottom, called the green room or the basement. So this gives me more area to look at. That's nice. More real estate to look at. That's nice. You're at work, Sharon. That must be a long coffee break. I have to cut the side of that off there. That's not, I don't like the way that looks. One time I'm going to have to fix that. I should lock this. Lock this. And lock this so I don't move it by accident. And the picture in the background, I can lock that too, so I can't move that. There, they're all locked in. All right, so Sharon, I think what I should do is actually, I've been on for an hour and 16 minutes. I think I should end my stream and call it, hey, this was a success. It worked. And everything went according to Hoyle. It all kind of worked out. And then repeat. There's Pete and repeat. That's what it says on your bottle of shampoo. Repeat. Do you repeat? We show the live preview in the studio in a low resolution on purpose to avoid high resource consumption from your device. However, the viewers can see your content at its highest resolution. Oh, I didn't know that either. Okay, wow. So I'm seeing me at a low resolution, you guys see it at a higher resolution. Wow. Yeah, Sharon, I think I'm gonna end her for tonight, and even if I'm feeling up to it, I might come on tomorrow, but Sunday for sure, at noon, and as usual. And I guess I'll just wait to see if Michael gets a hold of me sometime before then. If he just pops up on Sunday and says, let's do this, I guess it would be just try it and see what happens. As no testing of anything. But alrighty then, we will end this for tonight. And as usual, like I say every night, if nobody has told you they loved you today, let me be the first. I love each and every one of you. Come back on Sunday, and we'll see what's going on. If yeah, he might be in touch. We'll see. We'll have a look-see and see what's going on. Okay, Sharon, thank you very much for coming in and spending your time with me, and appreciate you very much. And stay awesome and be cool. And we'll catch you on the next one then. So, good night, sister, and have a good weekend, great weekend. And we'll catch you on Sunday if you can. All right, catch you then.